Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of GBear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And here we are outside on a beautiful day, calm, fairly warm. Got up into the mid to upper 70s today, clear blue skies, no wind. No wind to talk about, as you can see with the flag up there and the PMA turbine. But you notice that the pop-up camper trailer is missing, and I know I haven't posted in a few days, and that's part of the reason why. I had company come all the way up from down around the Douglas, Arizona area, and they bought that and hauled it away. Stayed in my camper. Of course, I told you about that earlier. Now I got to clean up all the blocks of wood that were holding the thing up. They did bring 2 tires with them, and we got them changed over and got it up on their car hauler trailer, and they hauled it out about 5 the next morning. So that's done. And you notice there's a second motorhome here. Well, you recognize it. That's Andy's. Andy's up with his little dog and going to spend the weekend up here. I just got back from being down in Orange County. I went down to my friend Bill's house. He's the elderly friend that he's got some problems, and he can't be left alone for right now. So we're taking turns this week taking care of him and make sure somebody's there so he doesn't get up and fall down and break his arm again because it's still in a cast. So that's going fine, and he was happy. He had a good night's sleep last night. He slept all the way through the night, didn't even get up once. So that's a good thing. Right now, I'm making some of that fast and easy French bread that I made a couple of weeks ago, because we're going to have some Portuguese caldine soup for supper tonight with some fresh French bread. That's the plan, and I'm sticking to it. We got papers in the fire pit here and that stuff. The garden's been watered, chicken's been fed, tomcat's been fed. Everybody's in a good mood, nice and calm, and we'll be calling it a day here. We're gonna kick back, have some beers, and do some chit chat, maybe watch a movie tonight, and Andy'll head off to his camper when he gets tired, and we might even do a trip down to Lytle Creek on this trip for the next few days, and we'll just go down for a day trip and see if we can't pan up some gold. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Anyway, things are looking good. I sure like to get some rain, though. You know, I do like the clear skies and the sun, and I am a sun worshiper, but I could use some water. So that tote there's got less than half left in it, and these are all down to the nitty-gritties on them. I could probably get one watering out of that tank and one watering out of that tank. These are empty. So there's nothing left up by the by Tomcat's condo. That's all gone. So let's take a look inside here very quickly, because I got a few more minutes to go. And we're only 4 minutes into this, and I haven't posted in, what, 4 days now? Did anybody miss me? Yeah, I'm sure some people missed me. Well, the apple tree's looking good. Citrus tree's looking good. Everything's in order here. I did water these a couple of days ago, so they should be good for a while. It looks like my potatoes might want a little water, so I'm going to have to get out here and do some watering first thing in the morning. And you remember my garlic that I planted? Oh, look at the cabbage. That's really sprouting. So I also got to get some of the seeds that brush bum sent me. I got to get those planted. But yeah, these are my garlic here. They're pretty happy, growing pretty strong. They're growing better on this side than they are on that side. So I'm wondering what that's all about. It must be the way the sun is hitting them through the day. And then up here, spinach, radishes. It looks like most of the radishes are growing right there in a bunch. And then my kale, of course, just doing fine. And this is the old kale button, but I just let this grow wild now, and I cut off the leaves of this and feed them to the chickens for some greens. They love it. But you can see all my buckets are all leaning. That's because worms have got into the soil that's holding these buckets level, and they're breaking down the soil, and it's sinking. Everything's sinking. So those are mounted on top of 3-inch pipe, and they're rocked off to one side now because there's no soil left to hold them up. So I'm gonna have to redo that garden, dig it all out and redo it. And I might just get rid of all the buckets and turn this into another raised box garden, and get some more stuff planted in there. Because the original bucket system was self-watering system. It was a great idea. It worked great, but I don't really need that because I have to come out to water everything else anyway. It only takes another 2 minutes to water this little section. So that's what we're gonna do. You can see my basil is all going to flowers and seed. So I'll have a lot more basil coming up. And while I was down at my friend Bill's, I wanted to get a couple of clippings off of his little pear tree and add a couple of different varieties of pears onto this pear tree, because these are suckers from the rootstock. And the only reason I let them grow is because I want to use those to graft a different variety onto, like the original graft right there that grafted the Bosque pear on. And now I've got my apples here. I got 2 apples on here growing on that section. So I'll leave that with the Bosque pear and the 2 apples. And then with these pieces of rootstock, I'll cut them down low and add in a couple of different varieties of pears in there. Well, the little box here keeping the citrus warm in there is working, and my apricot tree here is still doing its thing. We haven't had any freezing temperatures yet, but I understand there's some on the way, so we'll see. I got plenty of green tomatoes on the plant there, and I hate to see it go to freezing before they start getting a little star on the bottom where they'll ripen in the window. Otherwise I have to do fried green tomatoes. And I got loads of peppers, so we're not at any loss for food. And we got everything caught up now. I've been away for 4 days. I'll try not to do that again. And I will do an episode when we do some gold panning and let you know how things go and what kind of luck we have on that. And it's going to be an experimental excursion. All right, everybody, thank you for joining me. Don't forget, thumbs up down there, and don't forget to subscribe. This is GBear signing off.